Welcome to the EC-CAD video training for pipe. Today we're going to look at building a hybrid system consisting of groove and weld joints. So you can have your weld joints in your shop and your groove joints in the field. To do this, we're going to start by opening up Part Manager, and I had it opened at the bottom, and I'm going to come into the pipe, and I'm going to come over here until I want to start a new group of pipe. By hitting New Group, this is going to let me go and look at all the pipe in the system and make my selections. So I'm going to give this a name. I'm going to go ahead and call this is going to be my plain end by groove, and I'm just going to abbreviate that. And now I want to go through here and I'm going to filter out what I don't want, or filter in what I do want. So if I come over here to my joint 1, I'm going to go ahead and click on to joint 1, and I'm going to tell it that I want this to be Buttweld, and done. That's going to get rid of every joint that's not a Buttweld joint in the database. Now as I come back, I'm going to tell it that I want to go to my second joint. I want this to be a groove joint. So I'm going to go ahead and make my selection here of my groove roll joint. Done. That's filtered out everything in joint 2 that's not a groove roll. Now I want to go get the type of pipe I want to use. So I'm going to come up here to my name per manufacturer, and I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to come down to my Schedule 40 pipe. So I'm going to come down here till I get to where I'm seeing my Schedule 40. And as I hover over each one of these, you'll notice the name of it here. In this particular one, this is groove by thread, and then we have the plain end here, and we have the plain end by groove, which is the selection I want. So I'll select that, and that's going to get rid of every one that's not my black Schedule 40 seamless A53 plain end by groove. If I click on nominal 1 here, you'll notice that I have 2 pipes for every size. That's because I have my 21 footers and I have my double randoms. I'm going to come over to my pipe length, and I'm going to select that I only want to use my 21 footers in this particular scenario. So I just hit the 21 footers. Now I'm down to 1 pipe size per diameter. We're done in Part Manager, so now we can just go right back into our AutoCAD, and we're going to go into our AutoCAD drawing here. And we would load the catalog, which I've already done, but we go right here to load the catalog and just select the catalog you would like to load. I'm going to go now to manage, and I'm going to go over here and I'm going to look at my routing preferences. So if I go to my pipe routing preferences, and I'm going to add one, so I'm going to go to this field and I'm going to right click and select new. And now I'm going to rename this. Again, I'm going to call this my EC-PE by GR routing preference. So now I'm going to select what I want in this routing preference. So in my joints, I want to put my Buttweld gap as my joints. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to come down to my couplings, and I'm going to get my weld bin, Buttweld gap. And on my pipe, I'm going to come down here and I'm going to pick the pipe that's going to be grooved on one end and Buttweld on the other. I'll pick those, yes, apply, and OK. So now that setup is here as well. So now if I want to draw some pipe, I can come in here and select the pipe, and in this particular scenario, I'm going to select my weld system, 6-inch, 21-foot length at 10-foot elevation. If I go through here and start drawing this in now, I'm going to come in here and get a little closer on this. And so I'm just going to go ahead and put a few little turns in it and twists. We'll go ahead and place this over here. Now I'm going to pull this straight back down. This has set this up as a weld system. So every joint is a weld and has the weld gap between parts to give it the correct lengths. But I want to come back and I want to select this piece of pipe right here. And I'm going to change this from the thread by weld to the plain end by groove. Now I want to come in and I want to determine where my field joint is going to be. So I'm going to come and select my pipe fitting. As I select my pipe fitting, I'm going to go select this coupling. Okay, there's got my 6-inch coupling here for my Victolic. I'm going to just hover over wherever I want that joint to be, and I'll go ahead and click to place the joint, and then just let it place that coupling in there now. So now with that being in there, if I hover over this piece of pipe here, you can see that that's Buttweld on one end and groove on the other, just like we wanted to accomplish. And that's how you set up a groove by plain end or Buttweld by groove routing preference inside EC-CAD.
We hope you enjoyed this video. See what's next in our product tips playlist, or visit mep.trimble.com for even more product resources.